Alrighty, time to get to work. Brain. We had that 3-part series. Last Wednesday, you guys did the chest and glutes and things. And remember, there's always a certain rhythm and numbers and those things. Friday was back and biceps and quads. So chest, triceps, glutes, things. Back, biceps, quads, things. Today is going to be our shoulders and arms and things. Although very similar, of course, we always have our small changes. Instead of doing regular wall sits and regular squats, regular hip bridges, we're going to do regular wall sits. 1 minute wall sit coming our way. We have our 3 different wall sits you've done before. We're then going to do a shoulder warm-up thing because we have shoulders today. We have an ab core, so they 3-round warm-up like we've been doing the last 2 workouts, okay? I'm loitered, we're ready, it's time to go. 1 minute wall sit, ready, set, go. We have done wall sits a lot, and it's not the nicest thing to start your workout with a wall sit, but you are technically safe at any time. If you need to get off your 1 minute wall sit, feel free to do regular squats or stationary reverse lunges or alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Do something that's a little less joint invasive and turn those muscles on. However, Friday we warmed up with regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat. Last Wednesday was regular hip bridge, wide hip bridge, narrow hip bridge. So have a similar rhythm. We'll have this warm-up workout circuit. We'll have a right calf shoulders pushing. We'll have a left calf shoulders pulling. We'll have a bicep, tricep, ab core work finishing circuit. Blah, 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 blah. In 3, 2, 1, and breathe. You got 1 minute of arm circles. I'll give you a quick demonstration. Draw a circle around your head, not your body. Ready, set, go. You can do forward, front to back circles. You can do backwards, back to front circles. It's okay to mix them up. You're doing 1 minute of them, so I don't need 100 of them. The key is, I know you guys are probably working out with mirrors around you, you want to draw a circle around your head, not your body. So it's about, what, an 18-ish inch circle. And of course there is a difference, like your hip exercises, front to back and back to front, although might feel the same, it is different. The back to front, I want you to think about your shoulder blades a lot. The front to back, you're going to activate your chest and shoulders in the back to front. You have your back and shoulders, so there's a difference. 1 minute arm circles. We're going to do 3 1 minute wall sits. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do 3 1 minute circles, and we have 3 1 minute. You can do sit-ups, you can do reverse crunches, tom around the ground, you can do V-ups, you can do any bigger tom around the ground for abs. 1 minute of abs. What I don't want you to do is go fast. Ready, set, go. Remember, V-ups, again, not the hard, it is one of the harder abs, right? Not the best ab by any means, but it's a great gauge to see how your body's feeling. You could do regular sit-ups. You could do reverse crunches. You could do toe touches. You can do scissors. You can do runners. I want 1 minute of abs. I don't want 100 of them. So our warm-up workout circuit is 3 rounds, 3-ish minutes per round, but that doesn't mean you don't have a little break, right? So it's probably a 10 to 11 minute circuit with those brief pauses in between. We'll have subtle changes on your wall sits. I'll make those changes. You'll have subtle changes on your shoulders because you only have the 2 directions. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So your shoulders and arms, shoulder circles and your abs are kind of up to you, but they're not huge changes. 1 minute wide wall sit. Remember, the wide position turns on your vastus lateralis, your outer quad, your semitendinosus, your outer hamstring. Ready, set, go. Now, clearly I don't want to say use them more. You're going to feel them more. They might activate more when you do a concentric exercise like the wide squat or the wide wall sit. Staying in that position, the isometric position, is the second greatest force you put on a muscle. So your outer quad and outer hamstring should turn on and stay on quite a bit. You have the 1 minute wide wall sit, you have your 1 minute of shoulder circles, and your 1 minute of abs. Again, nominal changes to start the day. And it's Monday, we have a nice light day, everybody's sleeping in. Tomorrow is the first day of school. They actually literally just emailed us a schedule on Friday. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 1 minute of shoulder circles. Ready, set, go. Again, draw a circle around your head. So this warm-up workout circuit kind of feels funny, right? We have these isometric wall sits. We have our concentric arm shoulder circles, which have a touch of isometric in them because you're holding your arms up. And you have your concentric abs and core. Yeah, so last Thursday and Friday, about 16 emails come in. And I respect our system, I really do. I respect that everybody's trying to get this school thing going on, but it's 2020. And we're talking about Lake Washington School District, top 10 school districts in the country. The money and the technology in this area. And people are getting links wrong. And just 5 emails covering the same PDF that didn't come through because they forgot to attach it. And relax. And and by the way, on this email we added that one. You're like, oh my God. 1 minute of abs. Again, sit-ups, reverse crunches, toe touches, V-ups, scissors. Ready, set, go. Leon, I think you're North Shore, aren't you? But Lake Washington's having a little hitch in the giddy up. 1 minute, not 100 reps. Remember the basic components of an ab, whether you're doing sit-ups or reverse crunches or V-ups or scissors. There is the vertical component. Whether you're moving your legs or you're moving your upper body, I want you to think about the up phase. Going up. I don't want you to create momentum. Remember, they're supposed to be smooth. Everything is going up, not necessarily in. I know it looks like my legs are going in, but I'm actually thinking about them going up more than anything else. So don't create momentum and think about the vertical components of the exercise. Outside of that, they're all pretty similar. 2, 1, and relax. 1 more round. That doesn't mean you run from the ground to the wall. Narrow wall sit. Last arm circles, last abs. I'll start talking about the next circuit so we can get into it. Ready, set, go. Now, when we do narrow squats and narrow hip bridges, because there is movement, I don't want your knees and toes touching. But since there is no movement on a wall sit, I do want your feet and knees touching if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Why? The isometric position, a non-moving contraction, the second greatest force you can put on a muscle. When you concentrically do squats, your tibia internally and externally rotates on your femur. So you would be forced into a weird, awkward position and probably not the best for you. So when you're not moving, you're safe to have the knees and feet touching. Your vastus medialis, your inner quad, your sartorius, your hip flexor, quad extensor, your semimembranosus, your inner hamstring, those muscles are going to turn on a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last arm circles. Ready, set, go. We will be doing a shoulders pushing the next circuit. You may or may not remember last Wednesday and Friday. Today is the third part of that series. We're going to push on our shoulders coming soon, and that'll be 25 down by 5. The circuit will be pretty simple. Your right calves, which I'll show you shortly, it's not a lot of motion, will always be 20, and I wouldn't mind if we had some weight being added, but it's a simple circuit, so we might get it done quicker. We'll have a shoulders pushing and a shoulders pulling with our right and left calves. However, the last circuit's a big one because of the reps we're going to do on our biceps and our triceps. And again, you'll have abs and core or legs to choose from. Blah, blah, blah. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last, abs, core. This circuit, later on, you'll have the choice of abs, core, or legs. Ready, set, go. V as in victory, V-ups if you want them, everything is moving. Sit-ups if you want them, only your upper body is moving onto your lower body. Reverse crunches, your lower body is moving onto your upper body. And remember, when you're doing reverse crunches, your upper body is your foundation. Don't let it move. If you're doing sit-ups, your lower body is your foundation. Don't let it move. Toe touches. Again, your upper body moves on your lower body, but you've shortened a shortened muscle. But keep your upper body in one spot. Sit-up scissors. It's kind of like your V-ups. A good gauge for flexibility of posterior muscles, activation of anterior muscles, a little bit of rhythm. In 3, 2, 1, and relax and breathe. Alrighty, the only big thing I want you to notice in the circuit is we have our shoulder presses, 25 down by 5. You can sit tall or stand tall. However, when you get to your calves, if you can stand on something, cool. If you can't stand on something, cool. But it's only right-legged calves. If you need to hold on to something, cool, hold on to something. So, don't go fast. Shoulder presses, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Right calves always 20. Your shoulders are going to take a beating if you do your calves too fast. Shoulders, sitting tall or standing tall, abs tight, core tight. And tall, Julie, is not a dig, right? I'm not trying to be mean. I want everybody to be as tall as they can be when they're doing their shoulder presses, especially if you're unsupported. Sitting tall on a ball or bench, engage your abs and core and be tall. The adjustable bench can give you different angles of a shoulder press. And then you push above your head. There are subtle angles, but you do push above your head. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. We're going to go down by 5. That doesn't mean I want you going fast. Your right calves are always 20. It's a very short motion. It's also a pushing exercise. So I want to challenge you by slowing it down. Work on the balance component of the exercise if you can. I would love it if you held on to weights. You can hold it in your right hand. You can hold it in your left hand. You can hold it in both hands. You don't have to stand on something. You would just get a little bit more motion if you did. But it's always 20. But it's not going to take very long. It's going to maybe take 30 to 40 seconds. So challenge yourself with the balance, mixing up the weight between your hands as you do your right calves. We have not done single-legged calves. I don't want to say they're pointless, but it's kind of a short exercise, which puts you right back on your shoulders really quick. So challenge yourself with the balance of the exercise that'll slow you down. Challenge yourself by holding some weight that'll load them up. And then hopefully tomorrow and Wednesday, you're going to feel your calves worked pretty hard because we haven't formally done them very much. We've done squat calves a couple times in our 24 weeks together online. Yeah, 24 weeks online. So don't go fast. If you do it, shoulders are gonna burn, burn, burn. Shoulders are 25 down by 5. So round 2 is 20 shoulders. Your right calves are always 20. So I know this kind of feels weird. It's like, well, if you're at the gym, you would have a lot more tools to work with, especially when you're doing your calves. You could stand on the edge of a box. You could hold on to the machine that you're next to. I would give you a nice heavy kettlebell to hold. So, same circuit, different tools naturally will slow you down. Shoulders, round 1 was 25, round 2 is 20. Your right calves, again, it's not mandatory to stand on something, it's just if you can, you're gonna have good motion, more motion. But you gotta get up on those tippy toes. You don't have to hold weight, it's just such a small pushing motion. It shouldn't feel much harder, but you made your body heavier. So slow the circuit down by balancing on your right leg. Maybe adding weight in your right hand or left hand or both hands. And you're doing calves, which requires ankle motion. You gotta get up on those toes. We don't do these things very much. So don't go any faster. Shoulders 25 down by 5 pushing. We'll eventually get to our pulling. That would give us 3 circuits of shoulders with those arm circles earlier. We had the isometric legs and the concentric abs earlier. Now we're on to our calves. Round 3. I'm not saying you should be there, but if you get there, 15 shoulder presses, right calves, 20. 100 total right calves. And that should sound like last Friday's right quads and last Wednesday's right glutes. So don't go fast. The faster you do your calves, the more you're going to pay the price on your shoulders. We will have a transition round like we've been doing. Again, that's just a little stimulation on the transition round. When we get there. Round 3 is 15 shoulders, right calves, 20. If you're going to hold weight, I do want you to mix up your hands. Don't just do right arm, right leg the whole time. That is not the intent. If you do hold that weight, mix it up between your right hand and your left hand. Working on balance is a good thing. Don't sprain your ankle by any means, but working on balance is a good thing. It's not a lot of motion, so slow it down. Round 3 is 15 shoulders, right calves 20. Round 4 when you get there. Not saying you should be there, but round 4 is 10 shoulders with your right calf 20. And then I'll start talking about that transition round between our shoulders pushing and our right calves to our left calves and our shoulders pulling. Round 4, 10 shoulders, right calves for the 4th time. So yes, durationally, this is way different than the last 2 just because of the motions. The right glute, you had a choice of hip bridges and stationary reverse lunges and stiff-legged deadlifts. Your right quad, you had your stationary forward lunges and your lateral lunges and your step-ups. So clearly very different. Round 4 is 10 shoulders, right calves 20. Remember, you're slow, you're on the same pace with me if you're challenging the balance of the exercise. Maybe you're standing on something so you get a little more motion. Maybe you're holding weight so you get a little bit more load. Trust me, there are ways to do this circuit very quickly, and that was not the intent. For round 4, 10 shoulders, right calves 20. Round 5 is our transition round. You'll do your 5 shoulders pushing, your last right calves 20, your first left calves 20. I'm not even going to talk about the pulling until I know you're on the left calves. So round 5, 5 shoulder push, last right calves 20, first left calves 20. $75 shoulders pushing almost complete. 100 right calves almost complete. Again, after you do your last right calves, do your first left calves. I'll start talking about the pulling soon, but we're going to go up by 5 on the pulling, and I'll give you the choice of upright rows or shoulder raises, but don't do them just yet. 20 right calves, 20 left calves. You're going to hit your left calves a little bit earlier because we're going to go up by 5 on the pulling. Pulling motions are naturally a little bit slower than pushing. There's more of an elongation phase on pulling exercises. However, upright rows and lat pullovers are very different. After your 20 right calves, I won't say that one again, you have your 20 left calves, and then you have 5 shoulders pulling, either upright rows if you have things that are heavy or something that is heavy, or any shoulder raise if you have things that are lighter, like dumbbells or kettlebells or dogs or cats, whatever you need to hold. So 20 left calves starts the next circuit. Then you have your 5 upright rows or shoulder raises, and then you'll be on your second left calf. Now, you guys are all amazing, but somebody always gets lost on these things, and that's okay. There really is no penalty. The only penalty in the fitness world is that you get hurt, and that's what I don't want. 20 left calves, 5 shoulder raises, and then you'll have your 20 left calves, and then this is when it starts slowing down, because then you'll go up in the reps. So most of you did your first set of 20 left calves. You did your 5 shoulders pulling, upright rows or shoulder raises, and then boom, you're on your second left calf. So you did 2 left calves pretty quickly, left calves 20, and then you're going to be on your 10 shoulders pulling. And remember, that's when the circuit will settle in, per se. Everybody gets lost. Somebody gets lost. It's not a bad thing. Remember, there's a balance component if you want it. There's the load component if you want it. There's also, if you want the fitness version, you're probably done already. Round 2 is your 20 left calves and your 10 shoulders pulling, upright rows or shoulder raises. When that is done, you'll be on your 15 shoulders pulling round. So it's going to slow down. One more reminder round. You have that left calf 25 shoulder pulling. That should be done. You have the second left calf 20 with your 10 shoulders pulling. And then you're on your third set of your 20 left calves. And then your 15 shoulders pulling. And then the circuit should make sense. You should kind of feel like you're back in order. 3, 20 left calves, 15 shoulders pulling. You might be surprised on the massive difference between the sides. Even though you look at your legs, they look the same, you have ankle mobility differences. Your right ankle and your left ankle could be completely different. There are 27 bones in your feet and your ankles. So you can't tell me a couple things don't get a little out of sync. You've got the flexibility issue of your calves. You've got the contraction of your calves. You got your Achilles, right? You guys have all heard your Achilles. That's the biggest tendon of your calf, right? And everything comes together. Tibialis anterior is the front shin muscle. That's your antagonistic. It wants to resist all the things I'm talking about. And I know we're only talking about this little tiny motion of calves, but there's such a huge difference between the two sides. And then balancing, right? Balancing has nothing to do with your calves, but I can stand on my left leg for a little while. I can stand on my right leg for hours. I will jump off my left leg and I'll land on my right leg. So everybody's different. Round 3 was the 20 left calves with your 15 shoulders pulling. Most of you guys are there somewhere. If you are on round 4, just slow things down a touch. You have your 20 left calves for the 4th time, and then you'll be on your 20 shoulders pulling. So the circuit should slow down a touch, just a touch. Round 3 was your 20 left calves and your 15 shoulders. Round 4 is 20 left calves with 20 shoulders. Slow those things down a smidge. This circuit will end eventually with our 25 shoulders pulling. How we started earlier on shoulders pushing. Round 4. Most of you guys should be there. 20 left calves, 20 shoulders pulling. And I know we're talking about a little motion, but I want you to challenge the balance component of the calves, the exercise. I want you to acknowledge that there's a difference between your right side and left side, so don't let that difference win. If you just can't balance on the left side and you did on the right side, don't get frustrated. Go hold on to something so you have that balance taken care of, so you have a similar motion to what you did on the right side. Round 4 was your 20 left calves with your 20 shoulders pulling. Round 5, 20 left calves, and your last 25 shoulders pulling. We did 3 1-minute arm circles earlier. That was shoulders, technically. You did your shoulders pushing, shoulders pulling. You got your 100 right calves, your 100 left calves. And then we have a big circuit coming up with our biceps and our triceps and our exertion. It'll sound like what we've been doing with a 4 exercise circuit. The numbers are changing. That's the only difference. Again, most of you should be on this round 5 of the 20 left calves for the last time, and your 25 shoulders pulling. And the next 30 seconds, I'll start talking about the last circuit. Remember, I'm going to talk about it a lot. It's a big circuit. The last 2 workouts ended with a 10, an exertion for 20 or 30, a 10, so it'll have a similar rhythm, but I'm changing the numbers because the last 2 workouts ended with arms. You have the 10s on the triceps and the 10s on the biceps. However, the 3-round version yielded 60 and the 5-round version yielded 100. Today, we're going to keep the numbers on our body. We'll be doing 25 down by 5 on the biceps, you'll see. We'll be doing 5 up by 5 on the triceps, you'll see. However, after the biceps, I want you to do some legs, any legs. After the triceps, I want you to do some abs, core, unless you want some obliques, and I'll talk about that when you get there. So the rhythm is different. Our rhythm is similar, numbers are different. 25 biceps. We're going to go down by 5. Always 20 on your legs. You've got regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat, any lunge you want, any step up, and slowly. Then you'll do 5 triceps, and then you're going to do 20 on your abs or core or obliques. Sit-ups, reverse crunches, toe touches, scissors. You could do standing obliques. You could do slowly. So, round 1, 25 biceps, 20 legs, 5 triceps, 20 abs, core. Ready? Go. If you've already been going, awesome. If you get lost, there really is no magic. Just work hard. Your biceps are 25 down by 5, so you guaranteed 5 rounds, 75 total reps. Whereas your Friday workout had a possibility of 60 to 100 biceps based on your choice. 25 biceps, 20 on your legs. I would love it if you held weight. You don't have to. You can do any squat or any lunge. We've done plenty of legs online the last 24 weeks. 25 biceps, 20 on your legs. Regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat. You've got your stationary lunges, forward, backwards, lateral. You've got your step-ups. You've got your stiff-leggeds. You've got ball squats. 20. Now, I don't want you going crazy fast. The fitness version of this is that you just don't rest. You do adjust your weight so that can happen. The strength version, you're allowed to take those breaks so you maintain your weight. So I'll let you pick and choose. If you want to kick some butt and go fitness, go fitness. Just say goodbye when you get done. If you want strength, slowing it down and getting strong. Always 20 legs after your biceps. Your triceps are short and sweet. It's only going to be 5 dips, kickbacks, overheads, skull crushers, and then you'll be on your 20 abs, core, or obliques. If you do obliques, round 1 do one side and round 2 do the other side if you want that. So 25 biceps, 20 legs, 5 triceps, and 20 abs, core, obliques. And if you do this the fitness version, you will get done before me. I'm doing a little more of the strength version. But that means you are not taking a break. You're not losing motion. However, you can sacrifice the weight so you maintain your motion and you don't take breaks. The strength version, you maintain your motion, you maintain your weight, and you're allowed or should take breaks so you can maintain your motion and maintain your weight. So, those are the basic rules of thumb between fitness and strength. Round 2 is 20 biceps, a little bit less. Always 20 legs, 10 triceps, a little bit more. Always 20 abs, core, or obliques. I didn't say go fast. Get it done. 20 biceps, 20 legs, 10 triceps, 20 abs. So the rhythm is similar to the last couple workouts. The numbers changed a tiny bit. Biceps goes to legs, triceps goes to abs, core, or obliques. any legs. You've got your regular squat, wide squat, narrow squat, ball squat, both legs, stiff-legged deadlifts. You've got any of your alternatings. Stationary forward, stationary backwards, lateral lunges. You can walk forward, walk backwards. Alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Alternating step-ups. Always 20 legs. I wouldn't mind if you maintain weight to the best of your ability. And remember, if you go out of order or you get lost, it's okay. Just get it all done. Just work hard. So round 2, 20 biceps, 20 legs, 10 triceps, 20 abs or core or obliques. Round 3, you only have 2 numbers. You have a 15, a 20, and a 15 and 20. Shouldn't be there yet, but you're probably getting close. So today was definitely not the hardest day we've done. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully you feel those calves though. We haven't formally tried to use them in a while. So round 2 was 20, 20, 10, 20. I don't want you to get lost. Round 3 is 15 biceps, 20 legs, 15 triceps, 20 abs, core, or obliques. Not saying you have to be there. The fitness version, you're definitely there. The strength version, you're probably not there. So round 3, 15 biceps, 20 legs, 15 triceps, 20 abs, core, obliques. Work at your pace. The number 1 rule is you don't lose motion. Always maintain motion. If you're doing the fitness version, you don't take breaks. So then you need to adjust the weight for that to happen. The strength version, you don't lose the weight, you maintain the weight or increase the weight, which might cause breaks. So round 3, 15 biceps, 20 legs, 15 triceps, 20 abs. Now you know why I saved so much time for this last circuit. Yeah, the last 2 workouts, the arms were 10, and the work, exertion, abs, body, core, those were all 20. Same rhythm, 4 exercises. This one just has a little more reps. Round 3, 15 biceps, 20 legs, 15 triceps, 20 abs, core, obliques. Touch of pace. A little bit of work. It's Monday morning, the last day of August. Here comes September. We got a nice little gauge of a fall day today. Round 3, I can guarantee almost everybody's there. Maybe even almost done with round 3. 15 biceps, 20 legs, 15 triceps, 20 abs, core. Make sure you maintain motion. I don't mind pace, but your pace comes from not taking breaks. Round 4, when you get there, is 10 biceps, 20 legs, 10 triceps, 20 abs. Sorry. Yeah. 10 by 20 legs, 20 tricep, 20 abs. See, I'm confusing myself. Keep your focus. Focus on you, your space, your motion, your weights, your Monday. Round 4, 10 biceps, 20 legs, 20 triceps, 20 abs. Triceps are climbing, biceps are going down, legs always 20, abs always 20. You're almost done, Tom. Got my other Tom in here warming up. One Tom in, one Tom out. I'll try to find some sort of phrase for that. Crush this round 4. I know most of you guys are there. 10 biceps, 20 legs, 20 triceps, 20 abs. You only have one more round to go. 300 upper body reps. Shoulders pushing, pulling, bis and tris. That doesn't count your 3 minutes of arm circles. We had the 100 each leg calves with the 3 minutes of wall sits, the 3 minutes of abs core. You had the 100 legs this circuit with 100 abs core obliques. The reps were high. The pace was high. Monday. Round 4, 10 biceps, 20 legs, 20 triceps, 20 abs. Round 5, when you are there, if you're doing the fitness version, 5 biceps, 20 legs, 25 triceps, 20 abs. Pat yourself on the back. Don't go running to your computer to start working. Don't get in your car and buy me a coffee. Wait, you can do that. You can do that. I'll take one. Finish this thing. Working it. Working it. One more time, and I'll let you guys finish this sucker off. That last round is 5 biceps, 20 legs, 25 triceps, 20 abs. Again, that fitness version probably yielded a nice good pace. You maintain motion and you adjusted the weight so you didn't take breaks. The strength version, you maintain your weight, maybe even increase your weight. You always maintain your motion, but you might need to take breaks because of the weight and the motion. Big day. It wasn't the hardest day by any means. 3-part series complete. Chest, tris, glutes, back, bis, quads, shoulders, arms, calves. Monday morning.